Alright, hello. Welcome to your homework. You have to watch this video, try to understand what I'm doing. You're going to be doing this tomorrow in real life. So, if we look at this picture, I am looking down at the mirror. What I see in the mirror is perfectly in the center of the mirror. I see where the two parts of the ceiling meet. I'm looking at this point in the mirror. Let's look at that again. I am looking with my eyes down at the mirror and then looking back up at that point where the carport ceiling meets the porch ceiling. Again, see how that is in the mirror, see how that is in the picture. We are using similar triangles here. So one thing from physics is that when light gets reflected, it reflects back at the same angle that it reflected at. So if I make solid lines, maybe be able to see this better. All right. So here are my line of vision bouncing off the mirror up to the light, or from the corner down to the mirror to my eyes. These should be the same angles based on some laws of physics. If we want to finish drawing some triangles, I can go straight down to the ground and then straight down from my eyes. So we know because we went straight down, those are two right angles. Next up, we need some measurements or else we can't find some missing sides. There's no way for me to measure these two pieces, so that's out of the picture, but I can measure everything else. And I am trying to find the height of this point right here because I want to replace that iron column. I want to replace it with something else. So if we look at this picture, I put that ruler, you can see it in the original picture, to measure how far the mirror is away from the porch. So it is exactly at 3 feet. We're going to do this in inches, so that's 36 inches. So we can go back to the picture and label that this piece right here is 36 inches. If I go back to the picture with my feet in it, notice how my eyes are directly above the tip of my shoe. So if I go to the tip of the shoe, I think it was the right shoe that we're looking at, go over to the ruler, that's between 52 and 53. So we can go back to our picture that's from the tip of my shoe all the way to the start of the tape measure. That's 52.5 inches. So if we do that real quick to actually see how much this space is right here, that would be 16.5 inches. The last thing we need to measure is how far whoever is looking at this, their eyes are off the ground. So hold the tape measure vertical and try to measure, as the person is still standing, how far are my eyes off, their eyes off the ground are. So here's my eye. If we go over, that's about halfway between 67 and 68. So this part right here is 67.5 inches. So we have some information here. Your job in the project is to replicate this with the school building. Try to figure out how we're going to use similar triangles here. We should have seen some practice problems like this today in notes. I wanted you to watch the video so that way tomorrow when we actually do the project, we can jump right into it so you can measure the school building's height. But these are the instructions of how to set up our diagram.